Welcome to the podcast. We're going to have a guest on, some fitness stuff, some weightlifting, some social media stuff. We're going to be talking about some good stuff. So just stay tuned and subscribe. We're going to throw this in at the beginning so you don't forget. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast all over Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and pretty much anywhere else you can find podcasts. Check them out and greatly appreciate it. So we're going to roll right into it right now.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming on.
For sure.
Do you do a lot of recording while you work out and stuff like that?
Yeah, honestly, every single session, honestly, is recording. My buddy, he's right here. He's the one who does it.
What's up? That must be nice to have somebody, though.
It's amazing.
I got my tripod, and then every time I have to go do a set and then check the angles and everything. It's all right. It's all right.
I know what you mean there.
Guess if you just want to start off and kind of tell everybody a little bit about you, who you are, where you're from, all that good stuff.
Perfect. So, my name is Shawn, but, online I go by ShawnTooGone. I'm from Baltimore, born and raised, been here my whole life. Diehard Ravens and Orioles fan, no matter what happens. I work full time, 40 hours a week. I basically work like an office type job, but with everything going on, I'm working from home. So that's kind of who I am. And I do the fitness Instagram thing. That's my new main hobby. It's like my second job right now, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of hours can be put into that side of it, and it really is almost like a second job.
For sure.
Definitely respect the Ravens. A big Lamar fan. I'm actually in Louisville, so we got to appreciate and enjoy him during his college years here. So it was pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy when he brought home that Heisman, and nobody ever expects somebody from Louisville to win the Heisman, but he did it.
True that. Man. He's a true underdog.
So, what got you into starting up with your fitness stuff and then also moving it to Instagram?
So, as a kid and a teenager, I always dabbled into fitness because, my older brother, dad, and all, they were always into it. So I always dabbled. But, when I got older and I got, into, a desk job, it kind of gave me the urge to just become more active and, get into some sort of physical hobby. And at first, it started out as a hobby, but now, it's become much more than that. I realized I want to try to make it like a job. I want to make it my life, but I want to do it my own way, on my own terms. So that's what I'm trying to build through Instagram.
Did you kind of do any of that, when you were younger? Were you into athletics or kind of anything like that when you're younger?
I was kind of just, honestly, I was kind of a casual sports, kid. I was never super athletic or super big into the sports. I was more just casual with it.
Yeah. When exactly did you start doing that Instagram part of it?
So I've had the account for a few years for, other stuff, when I was younger, but I started posting one again in April, May, just kind of messing around, not really knowing what I really was doing, honestly. But then when July and August came around, I started to realize this could be taken seriously. You just need to have a vision. You need to be kind of more organized and have a plan, and you need to be more outgoing, and that's what I've been doing on there. And I'm a little bit established now, and I'm just trying to keep getting those roots in further and further.
So what are you really looking to accomplish with your social media stuff? I mean, you said you want to grow, but kind of dive deeper into that.
I just want to find a way to make that my full-time job. I don't right now I'm working a full-time job. It pays the bills and all, but I want to live on my own terms every day. I want to be able to have my own business, my own brand, all that I just develop from just doing what I love. That's kind of the end vision. I want to kind of have my own little brand and be able to make that my business and my income. More importantly, though, it's also just amazing to just get to talk with people and see what people are doing from across the world. We might talk different, look different, whatever it may be, but we all still love the same thing, and we're all spreading positivity. So honestly, that's even bigger to me.
I mean, that's kind of what this podcast is about, especially in fitness, where like some people might get stuck in like doing the same routine and eating the same food, doing something the same way. But you know, when we learn from other people, it kind of opens our door to kind of new progress.
Exactly.
Maybe it's the social media thing, maybe it's something else. But what motivates you to actually go in the gym and train? Because I know sometimes like doing it for social media can be a little challenging sometimes. Is there something deeper there?
I would say that social media is kind of the icing on the cake. I love the rush that I get from just being at the gym and just, pushing myself as hard as I can. Plus, all day, I'm sitting, I work from home, so I'm sitting here like in this exact spot, 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, just sitting here. And it's like all day I'm kind of just like, it feels like I'm just revving myself up. And the gym is almost like the release at the end of the day too. So that kind of keeps me going. And then I just want to maximize the physical abilities of, my body. Like if you're healthy, you're fortunate to be healthy. So why not, take advantage of everything you were, given.
The perspective of what you have. I think when it comes to like social media, when it comes to, posting stuff, what do you find is kind of like a negative to sharing your experience on social media?
I guess the only thing I can think of is you might, if you get too into it, I guess, you might get too caught up in trying to portray yourself as an image rather than actually just being yourself. So I think, as long as you're careful and you stay true to yourself and everything and stay humble, you're pretty much good. But you can fall into like that space, if you're not careful of like, I have to be this for Instagram or be this for social media or act this way,
Yeah, it's almost like fake it till you make it, or try to prove to somebody that you're this typical gym guy, and I'm gonna act a certain way, and I can't like have different interests outside of that. And yeah, I kind of get that. That makes sense. So what's your current workout split right now?
So we used to do push, pull, and legs, which was like nice and simple and to the point and effective, but we just recently changed that. So we do biceps and legs one day because that allows you to go super heavy on biceps since they're not pre-exhausted. And then the other day we do chest and triceps, which is similar to what we used to do. We used to do chest, triceps, and shoulders as a full push day. We took out the shoulders. And then we have a back dominant day with light biceps. So we try to hit the biceps twice a week. It's a small muscle. And then we do a shoulder and light tricep day. We like to space that out from chest day to give your shoulders time to recover. And then you're doing light tris there. And I like that too because it allows you to hit your shoulders heavier, because when you cram shoulders into your chest, triceps, shoulders day, I feel like I can't push myself as hard. And then of course, we try to throw in a second legs day in there somewhere too.
What's your favorite day?
Unequivocally, without doubt, it's going to be chest and triceps.
Bench is your main lift on that day?
Honestly, we rotated around a lot. Like we changed the first lift of the day every pretty much routine. So it might be flat bench one day, it might be dumbbell bench, it might be weighted dips, ring dips. So we really try to, mix it up a lot on that so it doesn't get stale.
Do you incorporate any deadlifts into your plan right now?
Deadlifts are awesome. They're such a cool move. But right now, we're not incorporating them only because when we deadlift, we get into a tough space of like, do we put that on back day? Do we put that on leg day? And then after we deadlift, how are we going to get ready for our next leg day or the next back day? Like, deadlifting always, I just had a tough time recovering in time for the next move. So I just do a lot of other stuff for back, and I do squats a lot.
What's your preferred squat?
I like to just standard back barbell squat, but mix it up there too. We do goblets, Bulgarian split squats and front squats too.
Was front squat, was that a hard thing for you to get used to, or did you kind of jump right in it?
That was tough, honestly, really tough. But luckily, I kind of got the hang of that in my early gym days, so now it's kind of second nature.
Have you ever tried doing glute ham raises?
Actually, I haven't tried those.
They're pretty freaking awesome. As far as your nutrition goes, how do you handle that?
We just, honestly, we're dirty bulking, so we pretty much just eat as much as possible, just kind of whatever we want as convenient. Of course, we're not really eating sweets and stuff, but, we throw in a milkshake, with our meals. So honestly, I eat a lot of fast food. It probably sounds bad for a fitness guy, but like I've always had trouble gaining weight, always had trouble increasing muscle mass and stuff like that. So it's kind of the easiest way right now to just keep trying to put on the mass and weight.
Do you see yourself hitting a certain point and being like, I'm going to cut now?
One day.
Yeah.
But probably not right now I'm pretty much in the indefinite bulk, as I say.
Yeah. Yeah, just trying to get added on, yeah. So you don't like track your calories or anything like that? You just kind of go get after it?
Pretty much, but I mentally kind of keep a note of where I'm at and kind of what I need to do by when in the day.
Yeah. Is that a pretty strict, like, every day I'm eating this amount of calories, or is it like this day I'm training this body parts, or these body parts, so I'm going to eat this amount of calories, or is it just kind of like all in?
It's pretty much kind of just an all in, as much as I can get in a day without pushing the limits, not overdoing it.
Do you start off pretty early and start hard in the morning, or do you just kind of like let the day happen and just like eat whenever you kind of get to it?
It's kind of a routine. Like I get up at 9 a.m. for work every day. First meal comes around 11. Second meal will come around 3 or so. Next meal will be after the lift, so like probably 8:30. And then the last, late night meal probably around like 11:30 or midnight or so, just to cap it off.
Gotcha. Do you have to take any supplements before you work out, or is that do you? Because I mean that's a pretty decent gap between meals, between your last meal and your workout. Do you have to like supplement or anything between?
Honestly, the meals are pretty large, so they kind of hold me over pretty good. And I'm really not taking any supplements right now, like no pre-workout. I have creatine I should be taking, but I kind of just I haven't been drinking my protein shakes and stuff. I've just been eating, and that's the only time I really drink the creatine. So I kind of just been going just without anything.
Have you ever tried any mass gainer?
My best friend, my cameraman, he used to use that a lot.
Yeah.
But I always just made like homemade like weight gain shakes, like with like ice cream.
Yeah.
Peanut butter, Nutella, honey, regular protein powder, milk, stuff like that.
Yeah. Were they good? Like, did they taste good?
Personally, the taste was not a problem for me. Like, they tasted fairly good. It's just the only hard part was just getting all that down at first,
Yeah.
Eventually, you get used to it. Like, eventually, it becomes normalized, but in the beginning, it's going to be tough. Like, you feel like you're literally force feeding yourself.
Yeah. Do you take any, like, vitamins or anything like that?
I've been slacking with it. I would take a general, just like, multivitamin, like a fish oil, and like biotin or something. Just those couple things, just like normal standard stuff. But
Yeah.
I've been slacking, but I got to get back on it.
Do you have any bodybuilders that you look up to?
There's some figures we look up to, like, I wouldn't say they're like classical bodybuilders, but like YouTubers or Instagram figures, like Dylan McKnight. My buddy showed me him. It's people like who did what we're trying to do, like people who went from skinny to muscular, pretty much. Or Austin Dunham, he's like the calisthenics guy. You got Merkel Fitness. Sadiq. I can't think of his last name. He's more of like a classical bodybuilder, though.
I got
Like, people.
Instagram definitely makes it more accessible to like really see the full kind of story, and back in the day it was like you kind of got information from maybe something that you heard or the newspaper or magazine, but now it's like what they're eating for dinner tonight.
The information age, we're fortunate to have that access.
Yeah, it definitely is a different time, and especially when like like you want to go from, not doing fitness to like doing fitness and being a big name in fitness and like growing your name and stuff. It's like, that was not even possible like 15, 20 years ago. Now it is. It's crazy that anybody can do it.
Yeah.
So you talked about, you have a pretty hefty workout routine and schedule and everything like that. How do you recover from that? Do you have any like secrets that just like get you back in feeling good pretty quick?
For me, it's just I like the night after workout before bed, get a good stretch in. Right after waking up, same thing. Make sure you get a big nice meal in after the lift, good night's rest, and then we make sure every month to 2 months or so we get a nice 5 to 10 day break from the gym too, to make come back feeling 100% healed, and combination of all those things kind of keeps us running fairly smoothly.
I think a lot of people overlook the recovery side and they're just like workout instead of like, what do I need to do to actually build my body back up? The workouts, the tear down part, you gotta get in there, you gotta get your rest, like you said, you gotta get the food in you, drink the water, like all that stuff is just, it's as important as your workout, and I think a lot of people overlook that.
It's true.
Have you ever done maybe like an ice bath, or have you ever tried something that was like something that you've never done and you probably wouldn't do again?
Honestly, I haven't really gotten or dove into anything like that, to be honest. I've been fairly standard and traditional with my recovery.
So, what are you looking to accomplish over the next few months?
I want to just stay consistent and just stay in love with what I'm doing. I want to make sure I'm posting 5 to 6 times a week, and by doing that, organically just build a larger, more active following. And I want to, develop more diverse content. I do want to make sure I'm putting out, a good variety. And then gym goals, I love weighted dips. Dips are my favorite body weight move, and weighted dips are my favorite like push day move, arguably. Right now I can do that with 55 extra pounds for 4 or 5 reps. I'm trying to get that up to 70. I'm trying to master pull-ups too with the dirty bulking thing. Pull-ups just aren't easy for me, so I'm trying to master those too.
So how did you get lucky enough to get your friend to be your cameraman? I gotta know.
Well, I've known him since I was in 2nd grade, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We lived next to each other all that time. We're always hanging out, you know what I mean? We're always at the gym together. We push each other, you know what I mean? I don't know, we're best friends, you know what I mean? We're here for each other, and we're both trying to, push each other to be the best we can be,
Yeah, that's pretty cool though, to have somebody that would, do that for you, because
I appreciate it.
When you first started recording and stuff like that in the gym, did you get weird looks and stuff?
I was definitely nervous about it, definitely anxious about it. Definitely a couple people looked over and were like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Maybe even a couple people chit-chatting a little about it, but
yeah,
they got used to it fast.
Yeah. I really appreciate your time, and it was really fun talking to you, man.
Thank you for, sending the invite and just letting me share my thoughts. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. And, as time goes by and start doing some different stuff, I'll have to have you back on and, talk about some new stuff that's going on with you.
For sure. I'll be looking forward to it. Thank you again. It was awesome being on here. I'm going to get checked out for the night. Thank you again, and, make sure to have a good rest of the night.
That is the podcast. Thanks for listening, and we're going to keep it short and sweet because we already talked about all the stuff at the beginning. So just a reminder to subscribe. See ya.